Hi, friends. Welcome to day 14 of our Bible in a Year reading, and we are in Job 38 and 39 today. And God speaks. And you know what? He comes in a storm, and that's what he chooses to speak to Job in. And in Job 31:35, Job says, "Let the Almighty answer me." And now he receives the Almighty's response. But how does God start his response to Job? He doesn't respond answering Job's questions about the suffering. He starts with who he is, because that's where we need to start. That's where our foundation comes in our suffering. It isn't always understanding. We may never understand all that we go through, but if we turn our eyes to heaven and we remember the creator of all things, our confidence is built, our hope is solid, and we can go through suffering with perspective because we understand the greatness of God. And that's where God starts, is his greatness. So some of the things I highlighted are: where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone? Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness? When I fixed limits for it and set its doors and bars in place? When I said, "This is this far, you may come no further. Here is where your proud waves halt." Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place? Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Jumping into chapter 39, he begins to go into the creation of creatures. Do you know when the mountain goats give birth? Do you watch when the doe bears her fawn? Who let the wild donkey go free? Will the wild ox consent to serve you? So he just goes on and on into his creation, and he is the intimately involved creator, not just in these things, but in Job's life too. And that is where Job needs to start, and God knows it, and that's where he starts with Job, and that's where we need to start too in our suffering, is coming into God's presence and remembering who he is. So I would love to hear your takeaways, comment with those so we can learn and grow in God's word together.